clean my room in 5 days. I don't know how many of you have cleaned their rooms recently, but once you take forever to clean your room, it takes forever to, once you take forever to clean your room, it takes forever to clean it. Because I work and I go to school, I don't have time to clean my room. So the other day, I walked in my room and I was embarrassed of myself. I was like, how can I let this happen? Why is my room so messy? So then I started cleaning my room. And I started by picking up my clothes, and then, oh, there's a shirt I was looking for the other day. Or, hey, where did they go? How did I find this? Has that ever happened to you guys?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we don't go straight to the point. We don't go straight to cleaning this. We start playing around with this, or finding new stuff, or finding coins you didn't know you had before. Like finding old socks under your bed and stuff. This takes me to, we are a socialization? Society, sorry. We are a society who procrastinates. There's a quote by Lartner. It says, I've known what it is to be hungry, but I always went right to a restaurant. I think we should all follow this quote because we don't go to the point. We always procrastinate. For example, when we have a problem with a person, instead of going to the point, we start making drama. We start, remember this when that happened, and remember that instead of saying, hey, remember that time you said this, well, I didn't like that. Or you keep it inside and you just are angry with it, and you cause problems with other people. This is also a good example when doing your homework. You have to do your homework, but you don't do your homework. You start watching TV, you start texting, you start going on Facebook. We know we're hungry, but we don't go to a restaurant. We rather starve and let our hunger, keep on going. This is how I see this quote. We know we have to do stuff, but we don't do it. We leave it to the last moment. And I don't think we should do that, because at the end, everybody's like running, like, we have to do this stuff. For example, going back to the homework example, you have to do homework. You go home, instead of doing your homework, you start texting, you start watching TV, and then it's the middle of the night, and then you start doing your homework because you have to do homework. You were hungry, but you didn't go to the restaurant. And then it's too late. Sometimes it's too late, sometimes you can't do your homework how you're supposed to be doing your homework, and sometimes that causes your grade when you do bad homework, or you go to school tired. I think that we should go straight to the point when you have to do something, when you have to talk to your parents, or when you have to clean your room or do your chores. Go straight to the point, go straight to doing what you have to do, so you have extra time at the end, and you're able to have freedom and not have that guilt of needing to do something. So when you're hungry, go right to the restaurant instead of procrastinating and waiting till the end.
Sorry, it's delayed because I was doing this and this. Two things at once. That's the idea. What's stop. I could do it. That stopwatch. Technology. 2 steps. We should have a clapping app. BlackBerry. There are no apps on BlackBerry. There are, but there are 100 of. But it's great for email. You can write an essay. If I could write an essay, it would be happy to do an essay. Could really write. Because the keyboard, I think, is. I don't know why no one wants to set up with that. And even they got away. Their next new phone, the Z10, has no keyboard. The Q10 does. Feel the place.
All right, Deborah, I think you've got a good idea at the beginning, but it's not expressed very clearly, and it feels a little awkward as you're getting into the speech. You get to your quote, and you tell us what it is, and I'm not exactly sure the point that you're making. Ultimately, I do get to the point, which is the point that you're trying to make. But it felt a little strange trying to get there too. There's not really a setup of what the structure is going to be, and I think as a consequence, when you start talking, you just start talking, and you're going in circles, and you're finding something to come back to, and talk about all kinds of things. And I don't know, I don't know how messy a person's room can get in 5 days. I think about that. 5 days. What do you need to do? I mean, unless you left food sitting there every night, that would be a little bit of a problem. Or you changed the bed and you didn't drag out the bedclothes or something. I'm trying to think of how long does it take 5 days for something? Clothes on the floor, maybe? Something like that? Yeah.
You know when you change and you just throw it?
Yeah, okay. No, I don't know that because I've got CDO, You know CDO? That's obsessive compulsive disorder, only I put it in the correct sequence. Yeah, don't worry about it. It's bad. The presentation, I think the presentation has a couple of good things about it. You project your voice pretty well, although whenever you get anxious or nervous, your voice drops out. And that's one of the indications of that anxiety. The pacing, that's another one of those things, and you get stuck a few times, and it's not flowing very smoothly. It's not like you go completely blank. That has happened with other speakers, but it didn't happen with you. But it does suggest that you are struggling a little bit. The gestures, sometimes you're putting your hands in your pocket, you're taking your hands out of the pocket, and I'm going, oh, that's a little problematic. But then later on, you've got some nice expansive indicators while you're speaking, and I thought that worked pretty well. So that nothing that was hugely problematic, but a couple of places where I did see some weaknesses, and then a lot of things where you could be more consistent. And I think most of it has to do with the content issue, because you just, when you're talking and you've got something to say, you do a pretty good job. But it's obvious when you don't have something to say that you're struggling, because everything else kind of collapses down around that. I think I said almost the same thing to somebody a few minutes ago too. It's the same sort of thing. All right, thank you.